Welcome, everybody, to another installment of our National Armaments Consortium Collaboration Conversation. Today, we're joined with James Miller, the Director of OTAs at Dynetics, a Leidos company, but also the Chair of the National Armaments Consortium Executive Committee and the Chair of the Executive Committee of the Aviation and Missile Technology Consortium and the Chair of the Ordnance and Ballistics Technology Working Group, which is a joint DoD and NAC enterprise to develop technologies in the areas of both ballistics and warheads. James, welcome to our collaboration conversation.
Thank you, Charlie. It's good to be here. Obviously, I have problems saying no to people.
I sure miss you, man. So, well, let's get started. Not everybody knows you. And again, thanks for all your volunteering in these various roles. But tell us a little bit about James Miller and your role at Dynetics.
Sure. I've been at Dynetics for about 28 years in the Huntsville area. By training, my main focus has always been warheads and lethality, which has always been a fun and rewarding career. We got involved in OTAs with NAC specifically back about 12 years ago, and the OTAs have been very good vehicle for us to help meet the needs of our customers. It's helped our business grow, and we've got to work on some great programs that we feel like have helped the warfighter. So the OTAs have been great to us, and it's easy to volunteer and give back to that a little bit.
I don't think everybody knows, but you actually used to be a non-traditional. Now you are a traditional. You've worn both hats. You've played really in both ways as a NAC member, and you have a very good perspective. I know, because I know you, a very good perspective of where the DoD is going. And maybe you could provide some insight to some of our non-traditionals as to what we might be seeing coming out of the DoD and what's going on in the marketplace today.
Well, you know, it's always an interesting time when you have an election year and then add to that the COVID-19. And so there's a lot of uncertainty, certainly, about what next year is going to look like. But we also know that the world is still a very dangerous place. There are a lot of adversaries to the United States and our allies. There are people out there actively seeking to do harm to the men and women who are serving us every day. And there are new challenges that are coming up. Some of our adversaries have developed some very sophisticated weaponry, and we need to step up to the challenge. We need to continue to invest in R&D, and we need to provide new capabilities very quickly to our warfighters to help defend our country. And so while there's a lot of uncertainty, I think there's a lot of science and technology development that's needed and is going to be funded. And I think non-traditionals provide the flexibility and agility that some of the bigger companies can't. Some of our most innovative ideas have come from small businesses and non-traditionals. They sometimes struggle a little with some of the more formal requirements that the DoD places on them. But the OTA has really gives you opportunity to connect and network with bigger companies and with people who can help mentor you through that process. And so I think we're going to continue to see a lot of requirements posted for ideas, for technologies, and more than ever before, we need innovation, and we need our small businesses and non-traditionals to step up to the plate.
Well, then let's talk about that. Let's talk about AMTC and DOTC. We're coming into a new fiscal year, new budget cycles, new requirements. What can we maybe see from those two DoD OTA programs that the NAC is a part of?
Well, you know, a lot of people are using DOTC and AMTC. There's a lot of effort ongoing trying to go through those two organizations. But we've already got a lot of new programs lined up for next year in both of those. And they're still working very hard to try to get new awards out to companies with ideas and innovations, trying to set up collaboration days so that the government can express to everybody some of the real problems they're having. And so I think we're going to continue to see both of those actively work towards some of OSD's high priorities that they've published in many forums, and continue to reach out to companies to ask for good technologies and good weapons solutions.
I'd like to shift gears a little bit and talk about collaboration, right? That's what we're all about, innovation through collaboration. And many of our new members or non-traditionals are learning how to navigate with the DoD. It is a different environment than the commercial sector. What advice can you give those who are trying to insert themselves into this this network, and any lessons learned?
Take advantage of the collaboration is the main thing that I would say to anybody. The OTAs really encourage and go out of their way to try to create opportunities for industry and academia to collaborate with the government. A lot of smart people out there with great ideas, but they're just not really sure what the real problems are that they can apply their knowledge to. Use the opportunities for collaboration to communicate, to listen to the government, to understand their needs, to understand the directions that they're going to be focusing in on for their research and development in the near future, and find ways that you can take your talent and your resources and apply those to the right problems, both with the government, and also take advantage of opportunities to network and collaborate with other members of industry and academia. There's a lot of people out there who are working in similar areas, and a lot of times there's a lot more strength in that network of combining your skills with someone else and focusing those resources on problems that are real and to meet the needs of the warfighters that we have.
Well, for those who don't know, James has been extremely successful in utilizing OTAs and winning projects from warheads to glide bombs to hypersonics. I mean, it's been fantastic. And as members prepare for this next fiscal year of new requirements and an opportunity to write enhanced white papers, what advice, in closing, can you give us that might tell us how to respond, how to work with those requirements, with those customers, and any pointers you want to give on the white paper process?
Sure. I'd encourage you, first of all, to realize that you're not alone in this. There's a lot of great training material available through the NAC. Our consortium research management firm at ATI has a lot of contacts, a lot of information, and there's going to be opportunities for collaboration. Again, build that network, meet other people that's working on some areas that you're working on, and don't be afraid to invest your time and energy to get to understand the needs and to put in white papers and just get out there and then jump in and start doing it. Support the different customer bases that you have with opportunities and ideas.
Yeah, fantastic, sir. Sure appreciate your service. Sure appreciate all the volunteering that you do to keep these trains running on time. That wraps up another collaboration conversation with James Miller of Dynetics, also the chair of our National Armaments Consortium Executive Committee. Great leader, great friend, and look forward to seeing you in person.
Very soon. Thank you, Charlie.
All right, my brother. See you. Bye.